Terwilliger residents learned of a plan to have a supportive housing complex built in their neighborhood, the phrase, "not in my backyard," could be heard among several of the community's homeowners.
This is a really safe and friendly neighborhood. It wouldn't be appropriate to bring those type of people into this environment. If we wanted to live near the drunks and the drug dealers, we would have moved downtown.
What does a second chance look like? It's amazing to me that such narrow-minded attitudes can still exist in what would look like a fairly modern neighborhood populated with people from all walks of life. There's been a lot of debate over the past few weeks regarding the construction of a supportive housing complex in the residential suburb of Terwilliger, located in southwest Edmonton. When it comes to supportive housing, I've heard words like criminals, vagrants, and drug addicts tossed around in the press and in online forums. A few of the residents seemed dead set against having the complex built that would house the formerly homeless. From what I've observed, for that handful of folks who oppose the complex, the homeless are unwelcome and should somehow be ashamed for having undergone their setbacks. I decided to find out for myself whether there was any genuine cause for concern. Meet Harvey. He lives in supportive housing and was once homeless himself.
I was homeless for probably a year, give or take, because of my drug problem. Before it all happened, I had everything. I was married 28 years. I had 2 cars. I owned my own condo. I had it all. Lost my family. Lost everything. I ended up in the street, and that's what brought me here. It was a drug problem, addiction problem. Actually, I keep some pictures in my wallet because when you're married to somebody that long, you know, there's always going to be something in your, in your heart for that person. That's when we got married in the 80s. And that's my son, Ryan. We're trying to fix our relationship, but it's gonna take some time, no question. Somewhere in here. Oh, here it is. That's me and my dad, way back when. That's Harvey, probably about, I don't know, 9 or 10 years old, give or take. When we did got the papers for foreclosure on the condo, that stung. That really stung. Because it had a lot of invested. And it was a lot of hard work to get me where it was at. And it doesn't take long to lose it. It takes a long time to build it up. But you can lose it within a year. It's gone. Being homeless can happen to anybody. I've talked to people on the street when I was on the street, and some of them didn't even have addiction problems, family problems, breaking up with their wife, losing everything, and a death in the family. They just lose it. And it doesn't have to be a drug problem or an alcohol problem. Rock bottom? I think rock bottom for me was the River Valley. I was in the bush one night and had no money, clothes on my back. I started thinking, because I wasn't on any drugs that evening. I started to think. I said, Harvey, man, you're gonna straighten out, or you're gonna die. You're gonna kill yourself. That was rock bottom. This is the exact spot where I spent a few nights, well, more than a few nights. That was my home at one time.
Do you have any sense of pride in where you are now compared to where you were when you're staying here?
Oh yeah, I've got a lot of pride because I've come a long way. Once you have an address or a home, so many doors open up for you. Job opportunities, just getting your life back in order. How can you get your life back in order living out here? It's impossible. Without that second chance, I'd probably been dead by now.